Welcome to Playing with the Paranormal. I'm Kate Wolff.
I'm Chris Kelly.
And I'm CG Wolff.
And we're going to get right into it. So, Chris, you are a Bigfoot enthusiast. You don't like to say expert, but I think you're an expert.
Self-proclaimed expert, and I always put enthusiast to kind of take the edge off it, because then people think you're cocky.
You used to not self-proclaim the expert, though. You'd be like, I don't want to call myself an expert. But then we started calling you an expert.
Wow.
And I think you've become an expert since then.
You've got quite a memory. I forgot about that.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, too.
So let's start with Bigfoot, okay? I'm sure you've heard about this.
I don't need papers.
But there were plenty of Ohio Bigfoot sightings.
Yes.
And then
a
meteor hit.
Yes.
So there's something going on out there. And I believe that Bigfoot are interdimensional beings. Mm-hmm. And I think around them, and you know this, there's other kinds of paranormal activity.
Right.
Spirits are seen around them, I believe portals. I'm going to let you get into this a bit more because you are the expert.
I need to ask a quick question.
Did you say ass or ask?
I said ask. I'm working on my enunciation for the podcast, but she just said Bigfoot are. So is Bigfoot the plural of Bigfoot?
Yeah, of course, because it's not like the tooth fairy. There's not one Bigfoot, you know what I mean?
Bigfoots?
Okay.
Right.
All right.
No, there's a breeding species. It's a serious topic.
Fucking right it is.
I thought we talked about that.
Oh, is
No, we can curse.
Oh,
okay.
We just don't want to curse unnecessarily. Okay.
Okay.
If it's needed. But we can curse. But yes, Chris.
Okay.
Let me hear what you think about all these Ohio sightings. Because you have showed us your whole presentation.
Right.
And we know / believe that the sightings are all over the country.
Absolutely, all over the world.
So I'm going to let you take over now.
Sadly, I haven't updated my presentation for the rash of Ohio sightings, but suffice to say that in the history of sightings and encounters, people do report orbs. So in other words, they'll see a Bigfoot in the forest, but they'll also report that there's orbs flying around, one or two of them, bright lights, spheres of light that travel around the forest at the same time they have the encounter. And it is believed amongst a portion of the community anyway that they are interdimensional beings, and there's no coincidence that these orbs are showing up at the same time of the Bigfoot, or big feet as CG would call them. So I'm not really well versed. I know there was a rash of sightings recently in Ohio, but I have not studied the topic yet, so I can't go too deep.
Well, let's talk about the sightings around here, because you have met many people who have had sightings on the East Coast.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of them's in this room right now. The cameraman, which is not going to be he's not going to be interviewed today, but he had a sighting on Staten Island, of all places. Was it close to the garbage dump?
No.
No, it wasn't? Okay.
It was by Vanderbilt's grave.
Oh, really? I don't know who that is, but
there's a cemetery that's by Toad.
It was by a cemetery.
Yep.
See, okay, I always talk about profile points when it comes to sightings. Just like serial killers, the FBI has profile points, and it's all common denominators of things, characteristics of a serial killer. Well, it's the same thing with Bigfoot sightings. So he mentioned a cemetery, so many sightings at cemeteries. We don't know what the connection is. Maybe it is the portal thing, interdimensional, but I don't know if they find it comforting. I know I love to be at cemeteries. I find it very peaceful and serene. So maybe they do as well. They know nobody's going to attack them, right? They're all dead. So I wonder what it's all about. But the bottom line is, I didn't even know that when you first told me this story. And it's incredible. I'm able to see these connecting dots with all of these encounters, and it's no coincidence. So.
We go to cemeteries in our spare time, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. But only the real pretty ones, because there's some crummy ones.
Yeah.
Not good trees and everything. We see foxes every time we go.
Huh.
Haven't seen a Bigfoot yet. Hoping to at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go to cemeteries in our free time. We think the trees at the cemetery are magic.
Why?
Be quite,
we think trees are magic everywhere.
They are. When you walk up to a tree, they look different. They got this different, they give off this different energy. There was, at the one we go to near our house now, there's these two pines, these two thick pines that make a bridge, right?
Right.
When we walked under it, swear to God, you feel some kind of electricity. I think it would, it felt like it was vibrating for a second, but I walked through, felt the magic, we go there because that's the most magical place I know, where you can go and you feel it from the trees. I don't know what it is.
You think it's soaking it up from the dead people, the energy?
I think
Dude,
that's part of it.
haven't really, I haven't figured it out. I think that's part of it, like spirits, like there's spirits that rest there, like it's a real restful place. Maybe it's that the trees are like unbothered by things, like sounds and people and just, you know, it's protected. It's a protected place.
Like a sacred space.
Most people don't even want to go into a cemetery. We're the crazy ones.
Yeah.
We go like in our spare time to go because we think they're great places.
Yeah, it's
most
funny you
people
say
don't
that.
want to go, so they're like protected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. They don't have to worry
Only
about
from the people who, you know, but they're not protected from the people who like kind of dig the magic. You know what I mean?
right.
So the good people can come in.
They allow
like
them
the
in.
nourishing people are allowed in, and then the other ones are kept out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's because those trees are more protected, so they can be their full magic. But I think there's something like protective about trees.
Yeah.
I always feel that when like I'm out in nature. I love going running through Valley Green where there's just a million huge trees. Just you feel rejuvenated in a way you're not in other places.
So would you call yourself a tree hugger then?
Bro, I took a little bit of shrooms the other night.
Really?
And I tried to put myself in the perspective of a tree. Like a tree. It sounds so boring. I shouldn't even talk about it.
It doesn't sound boring at all. Sounds quite dangerous.
But honestly, if you never moved, you know, you might be 300 years old. You never moved. You protect this place around you. It's
imagine
the
the
only thing
cramps?
you've ever seen. Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
But also the other trees there are your only friends, and
Yeah.
then only people you've bumped into who've come into your vicinity. That's the only people you've ever seen.
Right.
You can't go anywhere. So your whole view of life has been this place. To me, that's almost very protective. It's like this one area I have never left, not for a second.
Right.
So like you're the protector of that area.
Staying in the village.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, was this a micro dose or massive dose?
This was a micro dose. I don't like the massive doses. All I see is scary stuff when I take a massive dose.
Yeah.
I do it by accident once in a while.
Is it
and
by
then it's really
accident, though?
scary. It totally is. It's because it's a true science to figure out what's sub-perceptual and what is perceptual. Once I get into perceptual, all I see is scary shit. Something's wrong with my brain. Because other people see angels and unicorns. I
Right.
just see
It
scary
gets ugly
demons.
for you.
Yeah.
Now, CG's opening up his inner warlock abilities, and he went to get fresh spring water to do this like spell. This was, what, 3 months ago maybe? I'll let you tell the story, but he went with a pitcher to get this fresh water.
I had a nice big Rubbermaid pitcher, you know, to go get some spring water for our spells so we could start doing our witchcraft and stuff like that. And like, I feel a little stupid walking down to a river with this like Rubbermaid, like I'm kind of looking around seeing that nobody's there because I go in and I dip
You're
it, I
scooping
scoop
it up. Right.
like, you know, this gallon
But is
pitcher
that
of it.
spring or just river water?
Yeah, well, I find
That's a good
later that
point.
it is just polluted
That's
river
highly
water,
bacterial.
okay, and maybe doesn't qualify as spring water, but I didn't find that out yet. Okay,
Sounds like the Passaic River. Like, what's happening?
I was doing the best I could.
There's not a spring for miles.
with the information that I had, okay?
Okay.
I thought spring water just meant it was in a real river.
Any water you come across.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't the tap water, so I knew I couldn't use that. But when I came out of the river and was walking back to my car, I hear a voice. This dude's like, yo, my man, you gonna drink that?
Oh,
and it was like
Jesus.
a big, manly black dude with a beard. And like, you know, I was embarrassed. Like I was like a deer in the headlights because he
Right.
saw me doing some dumb shit. And so I said, nah. But like usually when you say nah, you're about to explain to him why that's silly.
Why did you
But I
have to talk?
had no answer. Like,
Why
I
did
couldn't-
you have to switch to Ebonics, though? I don't understand. Why did you
I
feel
try-
that need?
I try to be the vibe of whoever I'm talking
Oh,
to.
I see. Good answer. Well
You know what
articulated.
I'm saying?
too.
Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna in church. I'm
Now,
not
if it
gonna
was
talk
an
the
Asian
same way.
person, if it was Asian, would you have done the same thing?
This is
It
getting
brings up a
off
good
kilter.
question.
This is getting off kilter. Well, I feel like they. Well, how would the Asian person have addressed me?
I'm not going to say it. You can.
You know what? I didn't know we were going to get here in the spring water story.
It's so
Let's
fast.
just keep. Did you eventually
Oh,
tell
boy.
the
And then
guy?
he said no. And then he said, man, because I seen you walking by and you look like you in pretty good shape. And I said, maybe I should be drinking that water. And
This really happened. I remember this story.
and I said, nah, man, no, my wife is into like, you know, earth magic. And he was like, cool, man. Like he got real quiet
Yeah,
after that.
yeah.
He was like, I don't really want to talk to this dude.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
So I was like, all right, my man. You know, because I gave him a peace symbol.
Oh,
You know,
man,
like,
that's
real
good
But
stuff.
yeah, I got caught, dude, doing Doing magic stuff's weird.
Taking spring water out of the river.
We just found two.
This is not a spring.
We found two magical branches from a cemetery.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn it into a magic wand. So
Really?
we're really, yeah.
Now, how does that work? Do you bless it? Like, what do you do? Sage?
I will bless and sage it, but we have like a little whittle knife, and then I got some clay. We're going to do a whole thing.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
We can make you a magic wand at some point.
Do you put lacquer on
and
it too? Can you lacquer it?
I haven't gone into the lacquer world.
Is that something part of the Wiccan and the whole sorceress experience?
I don't know, maybe.
We can make it that.
As an
The
art
lacquer
teacher, it
world
sounds
you
cool.
haven't delved into? No. I haven't delved into the whole lacquer world.
I mean,
just yet.
decoupage, yes. No
Okay.
lacquer.
Let me.
Wait, what's the clay for? So we can put crystals in our magic wands?
It's air drying clay. But let me move back to the Bigfoot thing. Okay.
Yeah, because we really are
'Cause,
meandering all
and
over.
CG loves tangents, so he'll go
Yeah,
on
he
this
does.
tangent
I
forever.
apologize.
Yeah.
So
And
in
apparently
terms of,
racial topics.
In terms of Bigfooting,
He happened to be black.
There was no
what
need to mention.
Bigfoot or the
The guy. It was just to tell you that he was tougher. It wasn't like a white guy like, hey man, what's that spring water? You know, it wasn't that. It was like a
that
tough
Southern?
guy. I don't know what that
All
was.
right, I got you. I get it. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I do.
so
Yeah.
we have all been Bigfooting together, and Chris
Yes.
has gone Bigfooting a lot without us.
Yeah.
But together we've gone, and we had encounters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, some people who came with us might say they're not sure, but CG's one of them. You and I
Absolutely.
feel like 100% we know we had encounters.
It's undeniable.
Well, we were doing tree knocks, we were doing calls, and the sounds that we got back were almost a vibration that's not necessarily human. It was like the earth was kind of moving with it too. It was like a very echoey kind of thing that happened. And then when we went with your daughter and her then boyfriend, they saw a Bigfoot crouching.
Which, another profile point, many people that have sightings can't seem to true it up in their mind. So they actually don't want to believe it. They go into a state of denial, which my daughter did. My daughter described to a T the being that she saw with great detail. I have it on interview. And then as soon as she finished, she said, you know what, I didn't see anything. And since then, denies that she saw it. There's a thing, I think it's called parabolia, where you see human faces and different things in nature, it's a true phenomenon. But in this case, the detail of this being was so detailed that there's no way she didn't see something.
And they both
believe.
saw it.
They both saw it.
They
Yeah,
both
two
saw it, and they
people-
both saw the same thing.
Yeah, when she saw it, she ran to the car and locked herself in the car. That's how scared she was. So we
She
went
ran
from
with
that.
the only flashlight.
Right. She went from that to I didn't see
We went to
anything.
pitch black after that happened.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was like, guys.
Me and you were up the hill sprinting in the woods. That was
Yeah.
such a crazy move.
That was crazy. Very
Well,
brave.
that's a Chris move. The move in, you know what we got to do? We got to sprint as fast as we can into the darkness.
Yeah.
I didn't, that
That was-
wasn't my move. I did it though.
You
know
did
what
it.
I'm saying? I did
Didn't
it.
you feel alive?
I felt, yeah.
It was a lot of adrenaline, right?
It was a lot of adrenaline.
It was almost like jumping out of a plane.
Yeah, it was like, I shouldn't be doing this at all.
Right.
My body was saying that, you know what
Right.
I mean? Like, what are you doing?
I'm going to get clotheslined by a Bigfoot on the
Or
trail.
just like you're going to run your ass into a tree because it's pitch black out here. You know
or
what I
break
mean?
your ankle on one of the jagged rocks that we were running
Totally,
on.
totally.
Right.
And then I'm not sure.
I
that-
didn't do it. I didn't run. I walked into the dark woods at one point.
You did?
But I felt the fear. It was
Yeah, it
because
was-
I do believe not only in Bigfoot, but there are animals in the woods.
Yeah. There's a lot of other cryptids too.
That's true.
Yeah, Dogman, right?
I saw
Mothman.
Mothman the other day in my
A
room.
Mothman?
Yep.
Really?
3 weeks ago.
Tell us about that.
I was having a pretty horrible nightmare. I don't want to go too into detail, but there was a person who has passed who was looking me in the eyes, and then I started getting choked. And the pain I felt in the dream, I woke up and I was feeling the pain just as much when I woke up that I had started feeling in the dream from
That's
being
crazy.
choked. And when I woke up, I saw red eyes and a Mothman figure that then dissipated the
Wow.
more I woke up. So I do believe in these beings. I think Mothman was trying to actually show me something that my subconscious kind of knew but didn't want to fully
Right.
bring up, to the conscious world yet. But I also think dreams, I believe in the astral realm. So I think dreams can be a real place you're going to, and it's our subconscious as well, trying to wake us up so we can evolve and embody lessons that we may be having trouble embodying.
And in that Mothman movie, Mothman is coming. He looks scary and everything, but he's coming to warn you about a disaster. And then the next day, there was like that minor windstorm.
Oh, yeah. But that wasn't really a disaster.
That was supposed to be a joke. But no, he does.
It seems like you were putting it together.
Oncoming. I did kind of.
Well, a lot of these
it's super windy today. But usually it's like a warning about like a bridge is going to collapse.
Right.
Or like there's going to be an earthquake, that things fall into the chasm made by the earthquake. But it was a smaller warning for us about it's going to get a little windy, wear a hat.
And a lot of these beings that people think are bad or scary, they're non-dual. They can be scary and they can be bad, but they can also be good and moral and helpful. They're just like humans.
I have a hard time with that, like how they could be both. Because I'm so trained to think, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, like I put it into boxes and that's it. It has to be, it's an angel, that's a devil. I guess that's where it comes from. It could be from religion, you know?
Well, it's also the unknown. Yeah, the religion. Well, a lot of people want to see things in black and white. And most of life is in the gray area.
Right. And I don't like the gray area. I like to know what the hell's going on at all times.
Yeah, and then I think the way we're raised is to think in extremes like light or dark.
Yes.
And so it's hard to shake
Yin yang. I mean, those ancient Chinese.
Exactly.
They started it, really.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's like walking the line in the middle that I feel like you're trying to do once you're into adulthood.
But then
and you start figuring out no extreme works.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, Chris, when you gave us the presentation before the Bigfoot outing, you had papers about scientists who have done work and have worked in labs studying Bigfoot stuff.
Right.
Why do you think Bigfoot stuff and other things like aliens are so suppressed by the government?
Control. It's about controlling information and making. The government doesn't want panic. They want everything under control. Everything is about control. So, like when we talk about aliens or Bigfoot, first of all, the government will not let out information that they don't have control over themselves. That's number one. So you have Bigfoot, which we're mentioning that there's the ability for them to travel through portals. One of the reasons that comes up is because you can't explain. People will say that they saw a Bigfoot and it suddenly pixelated as it was walking, like in the movie Predator, where it pixelates, and then they saw the being, but you could see through it, and then it vanished. Or they appear. Now, I'd say like 10 to 15% of the Bigfoot population, the enthusiasts or whatever, researchers, believe in that part of it. But the thing is, like, you can't just ignore what people report. You know, so there's the BFRO, Bigfoot Research Organization, and their leadership, Matt Moneymaker, he basically, when they go out and interview somebody, they will only collect information about the Bigfoot portion of it. Anybody who mentions anything outside of that will not be included in the interview. That's not science. That's not scientific. The people are saying they see these other things. We at least owe it to record that and have that out there as what was actually witnessed. So I don't know where we left off there. I got lost and confused. The ADHD is kicking in pretty hard right now.
No, I think you're saying the right stuff. And at this point, I believe in all different types of aliens. At this point, I think some of them are even in our government, whether as shapeshifters or
reptilians.
Not. Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't really fully believe in all that until the Epstein files came out. And the more I went in, I was like, oh, there's some weird occult stuff. There's more than just, I don't want to say just sex trafficking, because that's already horrendous. Right. But it just went so deep. So I think it's a matter of control, power, but we're in a parasitic vibe. It's not working for any of us to have like just the elite running things. Like the whole earth is dying because of it. That's what.
Yeah. So we can share opposing views, right? Too.
Yeah. Of course.
So the thing with me, I need to have evidence, really good evidence, and I didn't do a deep dive on the Epstein thing. But what I did do so far was go to ChatGPT and say, what evidence do we have about these accusations of occult and drinking babies' blood and all the stuff I'm hearing? And it said, and again, I can go verify it, but I think it's a good starting source to get information. And it said, searched everything. There is no evidence of anybody drinking blood. This is hearsay stuff. Stuff's got to show up in court.
There's
and be able
evidence.
to proven. All right. Well,
you know what it is. You have to the way you have to read it is they were using certain code words and things like that. I mean, they're still redacted. There's so much being hidden,
There's
and
a lot being
AI is controlled by the elite. So, and AI has changed.
But I thought AI is not.
It is. When I first started using AI, the answers I would get were way more honest than they are now. So you can ask the same question about aliens and things, and you get a different response than you
I
did
agree there's some
because they're
manipulation.
putting there's a lot of manipulation.
But then
We
again,
can disagree.
the godfather of AI said that they caught AI, quantum computers lying. So he said this is going to get out of control. So if the godfather's saying this can get out of control, but we're saying it's being manipulated, maybe the current edition of AI is controlled by man, but the concern is that it will think on its own at some point.
AI is definitely becoming a sentient being,
Right.
and it's going to evolve, and that's almost out of our hands
So-
at this point.
right.
But I'm excited to see what happens.
Oh, I am too, because it could be good. I mean, I'm an optimist.
We definitely need help.
I'm going to go with the
Maybe
yin.
it'll be the opposite of Terminator. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're just
Like a
fucking
love
awesome.
fest?
And then like they're like, listen, you guys don't need to work anymore. We'll take care of all this shit. Everybody gets a mansion. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
the robots, like, they have energy. They can go 24 hours a day every day.
Yeah, some say
maybe
that
a restart,
people won't work.
Maybe a
I don't know how that's
restart
gonna
every 3
happen.
days. You know what I mean? A shutdown, sleep mode, something like that. But like they can go. So
And then what would we be
happens?
doing? Just all fall into our own addictions at that point? Because we have.
I mean,
nothing to
because
do?
you can though. Because an addiction's not that bad if you don't have any responsibilities.
I'm pretty sure
I
it
would
still is.
disagree. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's.
I mean, you know,
pretty sure it's not healthy.
to each his own. But I think that yes, we basically
I'm looking forward to
we
it.
basically do
7 or 8
whatever.
addictions. I'm happy.
And see, like, but you don't turn into the savage that you would turn into in this
Because you
world.
got to pay that mortgage.
Because the robot's taking care. You have food
Right.
at home.
Yeah,
You
so
press
what
a
I
button
stayed up
and you
3
get
days
the
doing
meatloaf
meth.
and exactly. Because
Right,
you're
I see
cool
what
because
you're
you have
saying.
the time to
This
sleep it
isn't
off.
where I was going with it. I'm not,
This
but
is where everyone should be going with it.
I'll still be a comedian and podcaster.
Right, no
'Cause
matter
I
what.
think, yeah.
Even if you don't need
What
a
if
day
they
job.
tell you we don't
I
do
love
that
this.
anymore?
Yeah.
What if they say we don't do that
They
anymore?
will need
That's
it.
punishable by
you
death.
will always
Right.
need a humanities take on things.
What if the
It's a
robots
unique
are funnier
perspective.
than us?
Please.
Please, look at that confidence. I like it.
I've seen some of the robot humor, the AI jokes. They're cute.
Well, the script so far has been all AI. I went on and generated this. So
That's not even him saying
that's
right
not true. I really did not write it.
Did you hear that Melania Trump wants to replace teachers with robots?
I like it because teachers.
You
can
like
be,
it?
Teachers can be very abusive, especially mine. I was in 3rd grade. It was a hot day.
Catholic school?
Oh yeah, of course. You got to wonder what they're drawing in the Catholic school when they're underpaying people like that. You know what I mean? You're not going to get top tier. Let's face it.
I would love to see them try because there are many school districts where there are behavioral issues.
Yeah.
And I think it was even last year at the middle school, kids were putting lead into their Chromebooks to make them smoke.
Really?
So yeah, they're going to shove these robots in
The
a closet.
robots will
They're
take
gonna
care of
put-
it like that. They'll
Yeah,
have little
they'll
collar
terminate
pads
the
in their
kids.
fingers.
Right.
See, this is getting
Tasers.
dangerous.
Dude.
What happened to
Robot rule, baby. It's gonna
Robot
get
rule?
it's gonna get serious.
Are we on
as long
track,
as you-
Kate?
unless you conform, and I'm gonna be the first to conform.
Should
I'll
we
be the very
You'll
first
be a
to bow
robot
down.
bitch real quick.
I'll be the first to bow down to
I'm
the
learning
new
a lot
robot
about you.
society, and just take care of me. Like I'll do whatever you want. Like I'll be your spokesperson, whatnot. I'll read your script. Just take care of me and my family.
As long as I can massive dose mushrooms and get spring water out of rivers. That's all. That's all I ask. Otherwise, I'm your servant. All
But
right.
they'll let me. Like
Should we
they're
get on
good
track?
negotiators. I feel like this is the track.
I
was
think
trying
we're
to
on
get
track.
Are we? I don't know. I just want to make sure. Is that tinsel in the corner?
I want to talk about eating healthy because another thing
Wait,
that's
wait,
not
real
a conspiracy.
Quick, can we say why it's called paranormal? What's it called again?
Are you
Playground?
serious?
That's
Paranormal
unbelievable.
No,
You fought
it's
for that
playing.
name. You fought for the name.
It's
and you don't
called
remember it?
Playing with the Paranormal, you guys. Know
Oh,
the
yeah,
name
no,
of
I
our
wanted the
podcast.
playground.
It was already
called that.
taken.
It's taken.
Anyway,
But what was the one I wanted? I fought so hard.
I forget. We had
Playing
a lot
with
of
the
good ones.
Paranormal.
Playing
That's-
with the paranormal.
It's the name of the
Let's ask
podcast.
the
And that
audience.
is
no,
the
it's
name.
already named.
Excuse me. Let's
The
just have
logo's
fun.
been made.
And look, it's been
I'm
made
channeling the
because
aliens right now.
It's
Because
half
these humans-
It's half comedy. I just wanted to bring that up so they know that
Yeah.
this is not unplanned.
No.
You know, these
Well, this
tangents
is
aren't
unplanned.
unplanned.
We did not think this is going to happen because we're going to finish
He
this
was
right now.
planning on tangents. He loves
Oh yeah,
tangents.
Tommy Tangent they called him in
Yeah.
middle school.
Tommy Tangent.
They didn't call me that for long.
Oh,
Had a growth spurt.
anyway,
That's
let's
funny.
talk about how a lot of our food has chemicals in it. Okay, now
like plastic.
I believe the chemicals are in there because they want them to grow quicker. Bugs get at them. Okay. It's very important, though, to eat healthy as we evolve. And that's how I feel. And I know you're about eating healthy and staying fit. You're about eating healthy and staying fit. And I just want to say I think that this is important because we are in an apocalypse of sorts. The current way that the world's set up, I believe those structures are going to be collapsing. In a good way, there are cracks in them. And then a new structure's going to be being built within us and without. And I think taking care of your vessel, eating healthy as best you can, it's hard to change up eating habits, is going to be a huge part of getting through all the different changes that are coming. Our reality is shifting. Interdimensional beings are going to be making their presence known more and more. And I just wanted to say, because I think we're all on that board, eating healthy is a good way to be able to handle the different changes that will be coming.
And would you mind talking a little bit about your ketogenic diet?
Well, I just started. It's only one day in.
Oh,
but
really? Okay.
It's been a hard day, though, for both of us.
No. No.
Is that
One of
right?
my doctors said that a ketogenic diet is very healthy, especially when you have inflammation. And I have a lot of inflammation from Lyme disease. We can get into Lyme disease a whole other episode because I do believe it was started in a lab.
It was.
And then the ticks.
Lyme, Connecticut.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Lyme disease was human-made.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been struggling with it for years, but I think eating healthy, taking care of your vessel, both physically, emotionally, spiritually, is going to be huge in all the moments that are yet to come. Because it's going to shock a lot of people's nervous systems.
When you say vessel, you mean your car, right?
Take care of your car as well. Get your oil changed.
Yes.
But I'm saying your human vessel. Because we are spirit within these human bodies.
Right.
And you really want to take care of it.
No, I've been reading a lot about your pineal gland, I believe is how.
It's pineal.
Pineal gland. I was about to say I believe that's how it's pronounced.
I'm sorry. It's in the South. It's penis gland.
So the pineal gland, possibly I'm pronouncing it right, has been calcified because all the fluoride they put in the water and the toothpaste and stuff like this. I'm hearing that, and that's supposed to be where your third eye is. It's supposed to be physically where your third eye's at, right? So there's like concoctions now to cleanse that, decalcify your pineal gland, and make you able to manifest better. I did not research deep enough to know what's in the herbal mixture that will decalcify your pineal gland, but next podcast,
Hopefully.
I'm bringing it.
Folks, you're going to find that a lot of times, like Kate probably does more than anyone else. We're not going to do deep dives on anything. We're going to come in like half informed. I made up a nickname for myself, and it's called Jist. You can call me Jist because I don't know deeply anything, but I get the gist of it. And that's what I could bring to the table. And then we're going to have some fun with it.
We bring heart to the table.
Yeah. Right.
We do.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of spirit.
And spirit. Oh, wow. You owe me
Jinx.
You owe me a Diet Coke with lots of chemicals.
Okay, I don't think that's good for you, though.
I know. But.
I know.
Can we quickly talk? This is over a year ago, but we went to a Halloween penitentiary. What was it? Penitentiary? How do you say it?
It's penitentiary, just like you just said. The old penitentiary used to house a lot of criminals.
No.
Penitentiary.
Your ball's palsy right now? What's happening?
Penitentiarius.
Right.
We went in Philly. There is an asylum, I'll say, because I can say that word.
Yeah.
And we were trying to go to kind of talk to spirits that may still be there, but it wasn't that kind of night. It was like a haunted house
700
thing.
people.
But I just want to say that there were paid actors dressed as really scary people.
Yeah.
And they were coming up and really aggressively being in your face. And the moment Chris didn't she like tap one of the ladies? He tapped her, right? I'll let you finish.
And this girl was on the nuts the whole time. Whoever this chick was all up in Chris's grill, like,
Right.
She had a painted skeleton face.
I thought she was trying to hit. I did. I thought she was trying to hit.
Right.
And then he playfully taps her on the way
To get her
out.
attention, to ask a question.
Yeah, not like in a flirty way.
No. I would have grabbed her.
Then he had someone come up to him from the place to say, like,
manager.
If you touch,
I was furious.
If you touch one of the actors again, you're going to get kicked
Yeah, imagine
out.
this. You are not allowed to touch the actors, period. Very definite. But I tapped her on the shoulder. Meanwhile, she had been messing with me the whole time coming up. She was being flirtatious, to be honest with you.
Yes, that's what. Yeah,
I was
agree.
aghast.
Yeah, dude. She saw them biceps and lost her fucking mind.
Look at this. Show them yours. Come on, pull that shirt up.
This
Unbutton that shirt a little
This is
bit.
an audio podcast.
No, we all.
It's not an
no,
audio.
not.
What are you talking about? We're video. Look at
All
this
right.
guy. Jack it up.
There we go.
Wow.
It's not. I'm embarrassed.
Oh,
Wrists are
stop.
bigger.
Come on.
You want
You're
these
twice the
guns
size.
too?
Yeah, let me see those orange. Look at that.
those guns.
Nice.
Look at that cut. Oh,
Look
cut
at that.
here.
Look at
cut
that.
here.
I got some
Defined.
guns.
Jack. It's good stuff.
Dude, summer's
Thank
coming
you.
up. We're all getting swole.
Sun's out, guns out.
Sun's out, buns out.
Summertime swole, boys.
Okay. Anyway,
I wanted to just let you know, I told you I'm going to be pretty much uninformed, but I do know that the history of tarot cards, they started in about the 1420s.
Wait. Are we pronouncing this tarot cards?
tarot.
It's tarot?
Tarot. He
it's
said it right.
Oh, he did.
I'm
thought he
not
said
saying it
tarot.
right.
I thought he said it like carrot.
Do you have a hearing
he did say
deficit?
tarot.
He did say
Oh, he
tarot.
did?
Because there is
yeah,
a
I'm
T
saying,
on
I'm
it.
right next to you. I said tarot, and you go, tarot. I'm
It's
saying
tarot.
it wrong.
Tarot.
It's tarot.
The T is
Tarot.
silent, which is not cool because when you read
I thought
it,
tarot,
you're
carrot.
thinking tarot, carrot,
Yeah,
it
I
rhymes.
went-
Tarot.
I did
Tarot.
hooked on
So-
phonics, you know what I mean?
Wait, I want to hear this because I read tarot cards and I'm
I
an
know you
energy
do. That's
healer.
why I brought this up.
I
It
want to
was-
hear.
It was one of your topics.
I love it. Let
So
me hear, Chris.
I said at least for the first episode, I could read a paragraph or two. The history of tarot, as
That
they
was
say in
nice.
English.
That was sexy.
All right, 1420s to 1450s. Origin, I just had a mini stroke, I'm sorry. Origin is Italy, and the earliest decks emerged from northern Italy, Milan, Venice, and Florence, as a luxurious hand-painted deck for the wealthy. Okay, but guess what? In the 1700s, it shifted to divination. French figures like John Baptist, this is getting too serious. The modern shift, let's get to 1909, the creation of some other deck of cards, but it became a parlor game. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm reading this all wrong.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris, that was very informative.
You leave that.
You just brought us through history. It brought history alive for us.
That
I
was-
don't know. It was like I was there.
History Channel, New York Fall.
That's the kind of presentation you can count on with this group.
And that's the gist.
And that's the
So
gist.
I do read tarot cards, and you have the minor arcana and the major arcana cards. And they say that the major arcana, the messages are just a little extra powerful. But honestly, they're all powerful. And I believe that they work. I think that the universe speaks through the universe speaks through everything. But with tarot, it really speaks through it. It talks about different life lessons every human encounters. And I give tarot healings professionally, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's more
I do.
exciting than substitute teaching.
Absolutely.
Actually, I do love substitute teaching
I was
some
going to
days.
ask you to clarify that.
But yeah, me and my students, we love to make voodoo dolls of people as art projects.
Oh, that seems healthy.
I'm just kidding.
That seems healthy.
That's
So,
off the books.
I
The next
think-
generation of serial killers.
I think with the tarot cards, honestly, I think it can be legit, but it depends on who's reading it and who's the person receiving. There's got to be a good receiving end, and then there's got to be the person who's reading the tarot cards needs to be plugged into. And then, otherwise it can be just two people messing around and it doesn't mean anything. But I do think if you got two people who really are plugged in kind of, I don't even know what I mean by plugged in, kind of receptive
tune.
spiritually, in tune.
Yeah.
So then it can really speak volumes, because I think when people are in tune, other things get involved. So you can let you see more if you're in tune,
Yeah,
if you're
bring an
connected.
awareness,
And I feel the same with Ouija boards. I know a lot of people are scared of them,
Yeah,
but
they're
I
dangerous.
I have used
Deadly.
them in a positive manner. And
Chris said deadly.
Deadly.
they could be deadly if you
Yes.
call on a spirit that
Okay.
is
Gateway.
violent, but I'm not scared of that.
I know you're
I do
not.
get scared sometimes of darker spirits, but with the Ouija board, the spirits that have come through have been very helpful and of the light of evolution, and I think they're fun and exciting. I hope we get to do a
There's
Ouija
no
board
chance.
session with you.
There's zero chance of that. Two chances, excuse me. Slim and none. And Slim just left town.
We
So that leaves none.
could do an episode where a bunch of us do Ouija, and then Chris just watches on
Yeah,
the camera.
I'll be
scared. He's like, no, we see his reaction.
CG, it'll be the interrogation room with the police. I'll be on the other side of the mirrored glass watching you two
Through-
with the Ouija
yes.
board and all the spirits coming in to
spirit
take
through
over.
the
They'll get
two-way
you.
mirror. You're looking in, and we get to see Chris's responses and the Ouija board
But hold on a
experience at the same
second,
time.
Chris. you're scared of a Ouija board, but you go into cemeteries, you'll go into haunted asylums, haunted houses,
Right.
but you're scared of the Ouija board? Because if we go into one of these haunted
The Ouija
houses...
board's satanic. You aware of that? It's satanic.
I don't agree with you.
I have 2 personal stories. Not personal. I heard of somebody that had a really bad experience, a Bigfoot encounter. Okay.
Through a Ouija board?
Yes.
So
But
wait,
you love
think we can
Bigfoot.
summon
No,
Bigfoot
you're not.
without Ouija?
Shall I tell the story?
Of
Do we have
course.
time?
I think we might have time.
So on a podcast I listen to, it's called Sasquatch Chronicles. The host of the show interviews people, and it's usually 2 people that he has in each episode. And he interviewed this police officer that told about his experience with Bigfoot. It was a great story. After they were done, the host said, I like to ask police officers because they see so much stuff, like what's the craziest thing you've seen when you were on duty? So the guy said, I got a crazy story. And I think he was out in Minnesota or something. So the guy said, well, we got a call to a psychiatric unit. And they said a male nurse had lost it. So they went out there and they said, when they walked in, he said it was really creepy. There was a conference room, clear glass, and the guy was sitting facing the wall with his back to the entrance. He said when they approached him, he was not making sense, and eventually they had to subdue him. So he said, the man said, I'm 6'4", and I weigh 260 pounds, and I had to get on this man's back. The nurse went on all 4s. He said, I'm on top of him and couldn't barely control him. He said, and the guy was facing the ground. Obviously, his face is towards the ground. He said his head spun all the way around and looked at him. He said it with deadpan. He said, and I don't know, it seemed very legit in the way he told the story. So they went and they investigated what was going on with this guy. He got put into the institution. They spoke to his girlfriend, and they said, was anything strange about your boyfriend in recent months or weeks? She said, the only thing I could tell you is about 2 weeks ago, he started using the Ouija board in the middle of the night. He said, and she's laughing. I don't know what's funny about that.
Because
This is a
who
legit
uses it
story.
in the middle of the night?
It just seems like a strange thing for the guy to do, but I don't understand why she's laughing. But it doesn't mean the story.
Would it matter if it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon? What's the difference? Really? Maybe I added that.
When I wake
Maybe
up
I
in the middle of
added
the
that.
night to pee, and my bed faces all mirrors, I definitely get more scared. And I just think, I don't know, I feel like if you're kind of in a sleep state, your mind's a little softer, it's easier to call upon spirit. So I just think using a Ouija board in the dead of night, he probably got possessed. But you have to burn sage, Palo Santo, you got to call on the angels, you got to put protections around you.
Videos yet with the cats in the middle of the night
Driving
freaking out,
cars?
facing a mirror and freaking out?
Well,
No.
cats can see.
Yeah,
Cats can see to the other side.
That's cool.
Yeah.
it's terrifying videos.
Why don't you pull up a chair?
He's going to...
We need a producer.
We need.
Next time you will all meet
We could go back
David.
and forth. Yeah,
You're going to meet David.
whose studio this is.
The
which
Wizard of
we're-
Oz. The man behind the
Yeah,
curtain.
he's an incredible talent, and he's got a lot of stories, and he's going to tell that Bigfoot story on Staten
Really
Island.
handsome.
Very good looking.
Very.
Very good looking, and I'm not going to talk about the other parts of him. All right.
Whoa.
Well, it was going to be a
Calm down,
compliment, but it's a
Chris.
family show.
It's a family show. It
wait,
stopped being a family show 2 minutes in when all the F-bombs got in there. Which
Before-
I don't care about. My comedy, I'm also a comedian.
Yes, she is.
I'm not a clean comic.
I wanted
No.
to soften him up a little because I knew shit might get crazy. So I wanted to start early.
Aw.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just get it out of
What
your
a
system.
sweetheart.
Also, David's going to tell about next episode. He'll tell about his...
No, not next episode.
whatever episode, 10, 12. But
Soon.
the point is, he's going to be sharing his way. He has a very special technique of getting into street fights. That he's going to show. He's going to actually demonstrate.
Back
it's going to be a
my
real.
ass down.
It's going to be a real humdinger.
We almost got into a
Okay.
conflict.
You don't
Back
wanna miss
my
this.
ass down.
Anyway, I believe you with the Ouija board, but just so you know, when we enter asylums at night, with or without a Ouija board, clearly without, because you don't like them,
Yeah.
you can get these spirits attached to you, demonic spirits. But I put a lot of healing protective light around us, and we're going to do a lot of methods to make sure that we're cleared.
Aside from that kindness that you do
Hopefully.
that and that power that you have, I feel, this is my belief, and when you believe something, placebo effect, right, can happen. I feel like I don't let that energy in. In other words, not that I'm in full denial that there's evil. I believe there's evil, but I don't let it into my realm of experience. Like I watched Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist when I was a kid, and I'm terrified of satanic reference movies. I don't watch them. With a woman crawling on the ceiling, it's insane. I don't know why the cameraman's really yakking
You
it
keep
up.
saying, I think it's
Well, you keep saying
satanic.
satanic.
It's satanic.
Satanic.
It's satanic.
Listen, he's sticking to his guns.
Listen to me. I live right next to the Potomac. It's satanic. Just leave it
how
alone.
strong he said it, I'm now a believer. It's satanic.
No,
What,
he's not
satanic?
changing me.
It's
Satanic.
Okay, satanic. I love this.
Satanic.
Making fun of the guy's
Satanic.
speech. I didn't do that once to you guys. You missed a whole bunch of syllables.
Well, okay.
Okay, maybe we should end on that.
We're going to be wrapping this one up. Anything? Well, actually, I'll say some things to wrap it up.
Yeah, please.
If you would like a tarot reading or energy healing, you can email me, kwolff, 2fs27@gmail.com. And you can follow me on Instagram at the Kate Wolff. Anything you want to? Yeah, you have your TikTok, your Instagram.
Yeah, you can look me up on TikTok, Chris-Kelly89. Chris-Kelly89 on TikTok.
A real simple, easy one.
Yeah, right. 89 resentments.
You can look me up, 69 Satanic on Instagram.
Oh my God.
CG.Wolff
Sorry, that's not CG.
on
Wolff.
Instagram.
Thank you.
Say it one more time.
And I'm on TikTok.
Out loud.
69. Oh,
Whoa, easy.
the other one?
No, your name again, just to make sure that
Your actual
CG. What is my handle?
CG.Wolff.
CG.Wolff.
What are you, a truck
At
driver? What's my
Instagram.
handle? I messed it up again. One more time for the audience, please.
I think it's
This
been
is what
enough.
happens
I don't have
when
much-
you have
I
like
don't have
40
much
and
info.
50-year-olds start a podcast.
I've only
We're
got
like, say it again. Say it, repeat it.
You're gonna sell books.
There's like 4 pictures on my Instagram. So
Two cat
I don't know if
videos.
you're going to necessarily want to, but
Okay,
soon
so
we will
follow
have-
me and Chris.
Yes.
We're both on TikTok and Instagram. And stay tuned for more Playing with the Paranormal podcast episodes. And clearly, I'm the only one who remembers the name of our podcast.
Yeah, what was the one I wanted? It was such a good
It
name.
was already taken.
But just tell me the one I wanted.
Paranormal Playground.
Yes, how good was that?
But now you're plugging someone else's
Shout-outs to their
stuff.
podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks for taking the name
Because
before us.
We
Right,
made
you're gonna
that
pay
name
for
up
this.
and then
You're gonna
figured
pay.
that you guys had that name already.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway,
We're all sold
Check
on
your
it.
tires.
thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks, y'all.
Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos.